Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Be Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because we're coming back with bangers. Now today's video, I'm gonna be continuing how to make fire trap beats in Logic Pro 11. Okay, this is part 2. Basically, I'm gonna continue to make this beat. We're gonna finish it out today, arrange it, and maybe put a quick mix on it as well. So first things first, I'm gonna actually let you listen to it. But before that, I gotta let you know we do have a Black Friday deal. Don't miss out on this deal, okay? This is gonna be the beat making master bundle that comes with all of our courses, all of our sound kits, all of our mixing templates. Plus, to make it even a sweeter deal, it's half off. And on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a 1-hour Zoom call. That means that you can get your specific questions answered on how to make beats in GarageBand and Logic Pro 10 and 11. Plus, you know, you'll get all of the courses and all of the templates and all of the sound packs. This is going to be crazy. Also, I'll give you a whole video copy of the session. So like whatever we cover, whether it be me reviewing your beats, hey, this is what you could do to, you know, get a better mix, or hey, this is what you can do to make the beat sound better. Whatever it is you want to learn how to do in Logic or GarageBand, you're going to get a video copy of that, okay? But let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial today. Like I said, I'm gonna let you listen to some of the parts of this beat, and then we're gonna get right into it. So this is like the basis of it. So, you know, that's just the vibe of what we got going on. I would say before you actually get into arranging, the first thing you want to do is make sure that everything is organized. All right, so this is where we're going to go clean up everything. I'm just going to go ahead and push Command-Shift-S, and that's just going to help us to save, you know, do a save as and do a new session. So now that we got the new session here, I'm going to go through and just delete the stuff that I don't feel like needs to be in the beat. Okay, and then we're going to put our drums at the top. This is the way I like to do it. And then we got our samples here, okay? Another thing that I'll do is after everything is named here, I'll just highlight it, push Command A, and then push Shift Option, and the letter N is in Nancy. Boom. Now everything that's named here will be named there. From here, we want to identify, like, okay, what's going to be for the intro, what's going to be for the hook, what's going to be for the verses. All right, so I'm going to push Command R just to extend this out some. Usually our beats, you know, nowadays, they don't have to be but like around 2 minutes long to almost 2.5. So we'll just kind of just do it like that. All right, that's perfect. And for my intro, I used to just go ahead and leave the drums out of the situation. So we'll just go ahead and take the drums out like this. And I need to probably name like this type of format of how I arrange. Because like how I do is I'll have everything muted out here first. And then I'll finalize it by highlighting it and then pushing Control M to mute it. And so you'll see kind of like my whole process here. But like I said, I want to have everything kind of like starting off sparse, so just like the melody, and then it will jump right into the hook. So it'll start off like this. And since it's a 2-minute song, I kind of have to identify if I want to, you know, extend this out or not. So I might just do it a little bit different. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. I had this other sample, which is pretty much the same sample, but I put like a an effect on that. Y'all saw that in the first video. We basically have like a lower pitch sample, then a higher pitch sample, and we're gonna go back to the hook. And I want to kind of make sure that this is not sounding too repetitive, but this is gonna be, once you get your like verse and your hook, you literally can kind of take this and extend this instead. I know I already extended the beat, but you can like take this and extend it. So like this is first, like one verse, push Command R, that's 2 verses, 3 verses, and then this will be like the outro type joint. Just keeping it simple. Yeah, we're still, like I said, today's songs are super fast, but you do want to add some type of variation on each of these different verses. So this is one thing that I would suggest doing, like just to kind of see where you're at. You can color code stuff. So I can come over here, take my hooks, push the tools, go to colors, and I can like color code it. So I can put those like purple on my verses. I can put like a different color, and then I can know, all right, cool, this is dealing with my verses. I don't know a good color that would go with purple. Let's just do this blue, and then I'll know also that this will be my intro, and then this will be my outro, and then technically this could be like a bridge part, so it'll be like a little bit of a different vibe, but still along what we got going on. Cool. So now that I know, kind of, I can visually see, all right, now I can come in here and add, you know, different changes and stuff like that. So let's just listen to it. One of the simplest ways to change stuff up is to put like a EQ filter sweep. You know what I'm saying? So like for instance, I can come over here, mute this out, and on verse 2 we'll just do a huge EQ filter sweep on this, and then it will drop into the beat right there. Another thing I can do too on like verse 3 is I can reverse these. So instead of the high pitched one going last, the high pitched one can go first. You dig what I'm saying? So like there's different stuff you can do. To put a filter sweep on there, I think the quickest way to do it is manually. You can do it without doing it manual if you want to, but what I'm gonna do is I'll come over here on the track that I want to do the filter sweep, go to my my audio effects, we'll go to multi effects, and then go to remix effect, and you can just simply do a filter sweep by coming right here and going like this. You know what I'm saying? It's literally that simple. You can just go slow. You'll see me do it. But to activate this on this track, you want to come over here to where it says read and go to touch. All right, now keep in mind, like when this touch is activated, anything you do is going to be recorded. So if you move faders up and down, do panning or anything like that, it's all going to affect that. So now if I want to do a filter sweep right here, I'll just come like in the middle right here to give myself some time to, you know, prepare for it, and then I'll just do the filter sweep. So it's just a little effect that we can put on here to make it sound pretty dope, do something different. After you finish doing your filter sweep, I would recommend coming back over here and put it back on read. And then like what I want to do for this third verse, might like mix it up here, maybe take the snare out, and then we can just drop this other one out here, and maybe I might just bring back in this first sample here. Do something like that. And I usually just like make the intro and the outro the same, just kind of like reversed, as you can see here. It's better to see it too, like with the colors, you can easily see what I got going on here. But for the most part, this is the beat here. You can do other cool little things, like add other like variations and stuff like that, and that can help out here. So let me show you what I mean. Like I can come over here, kick this snare, add a little snare roll real quick. And all I'm doing is just zooming in, holding down zooming in, highlighting this, dragging it over, holding down Option. That's gonna add another little roll. So this little extra little spice in there is gonna liven up the beat. You can also come in here, add a little extra accent pieces. And you seeing how I'm taking this and messing with the velocity, that also can help. Come through, do that like here and there on these beat too. For this section. Come over here, you can add a little bit of pieces in here as well. this is going to give some variation in your beat, just coming through and do that little stuff like that. You can also do that with the hi-hat, open hat, any of that type of stuff. Another thing that I like to do, just add little accent pieces. So one accent piece that I really love to add in here would be like a bell. Let me see. Excuse me. Simple as that is, it's gonna help, you know what I'm saying, help add to the beat. And I don't have to put it every single time. I can at least put it this on every hook. That's gonna add to the beat, man, make it sound pretty dope. Another thing I like to add is like this, like a brass sound. It kind of adds a dramatic feel to it. To make it simple here, I already have the note created right here. It's the same note, but instead of using the bell, I can just take this, got everything highlighted, hold down Option, and now that's the brass. Last thing I'll say is, like, you want to have like some type of transitional effect. I have transitional effects that I like drag and dropped into the quick sampler or whatever and did that way, but you can also get like some stock ones. Just go to default patch, create, and actually I want to add a piano to this too, but I'm just going to push Command D and double this. But you can just push like rise right here, and then you can pick one of these. That's straight actually. So something simple like that, bro, just to help lead it in here. I'm just gonna keep it simple and say rise. One thing you can also do is just double this bell, and instead of bell, you can just switch this out with like a crash cymbal. And I'm gonna address you know, the mix in maybe another video. I'll still do a little bit of basic mixing, but I'm gonna address that in another video. So you get that, cool. Same process here, just gonna take this, highlight everything, hold down Option, drag it down, because we already got the note there. I'll just say symbol. this one even sounds right. I'm gonna push Shift Option down. See how that one sounds. So I like that. I'm gonna push Command S to save this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw my beep tag on here.
You got it. You got it.
Alright, and then another thing I'm gonna do, like anywhere there's audio, it always helps to go ahead and just throw a little fade. So I push T and then A gives you the fade tool. Because for some reason, sometimes with audio it pops and stuff like that if you don't have certain stuff like set up, like that fade. We'll go to these as well. It's a little fade in the beginning and the end, or the end and the beginning. Just when it comes to audio. Obviously you can't fade out the MIDI like that. This is gonna make everything sound a lot smoother. We might have to come in here and make these fades smaller too, so just click on this track. And then I'm gonna do another accent piece here, just using a grand piano actually. Go to Legacy here, Logic, pianos. Trap music has pianos in it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that in mind. Like, what are the instruments, stuff that you hear in trap music? Now, obviously, this is a different sounding trap beat, you know what I mean? Y'all can make a trap beat the way y'all want to, but just use the techniques. It's kind of like a dark, eerie trap beat, really.
You got You got it.
Just adding that piano added something to this, you know what I'm saying? Something simple, just an accent piece. Now we can take this piano, hold down Option, drag it and put in different places. Let's check out the beat.
You got it. You got it.
Too, another thing we can do on these pianos that are during the verse, we can either make them a high pitched piano or a low. Let's see what it sounds like lower. And for whatever reason, it wouldn't play the lower note right there, so we'll just keep it like this. And I'm also going to tuck this piano a little bit further into the mix.
You got it.
I think I'll go ahead and do some mixing tips on this video as well. Instead of breaking it down on our third video, we'll just do a whole nother video on something else. But basically, as you saw me do here, I just went ahead and highlighted everything and brought it down to where at least it's not peaking on any of this part, in any of these individual files. I'm gonna go ahead and group these drums together. Let me first put this rise right there. Group these drums together. And then I'm just going to group the melody instruments together. Keeping it simple. Drums, melody. And then now I can like bring this down even more. We'll also go through and it's on certain instruments. Cut out the lows to make room for this 808 and this kick to punch through the mix. So probably the most important ones to do is going to be like the melody. So I'll just go over here and we'll just throw EQ on it. Take around, just do something like that. Kind of take 200, everything below 200 for the most part. I can always kind of mess around with this a little bit and just see what works the best type for each instrument. We can put this over like a hook. You might not be able to hear it, but I could hear it. It definitely cleared up the mix some. So just keep those things in mind, doing some subtractive EQing. You can also put the subtractive EQ in on some of the other instruments like your clap, snare, hi-hat, open, cymbals, stuff like that. And then overall, this is going to be a pretty solid mix. You do want to go through and just double check the levels on certain things. I'm just going to turn these down too to get some headroom. And if you want to make your beat sound a little bit more spacey, you can like put reverb on certain things. So you can do a reverb, like say for your drums, and then you can also do a reverb for certain elements in your drums. So you can do a reverb for your melody. So we'll just set that up. Go to your sends, go to a bus, boom, and then you'll come over here to your melody and do the same thing. Unavailable, open bus, go to your sends, boom, and we can say reverb 1, reverb 2, put reverb on it. You would just adjust the parameters based on, how you want each reverb to sound. Then you can like come over here to the actual sends and then push reverb on each one as you see fit. And then too, like say with your drums, maybe put it on like your open hi-hat. Let's see how it sounds. You can also put some plugins on the master or the stereo out. Certain plugins like NX, like Ocean Way or NX Germano stereo studios if you're mixing to the headphones. And that just helps to get like a second mix or reference. Pretty much just gonna wrap it up. I'll show you this last little process here. What I'll do is come over here, change the bit rate to 24 bits, sample rate to 48,000, 48,000. Normalize off. You just go ahead and create a folder for the beat. We got our tag here, we got the beat, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the end marker is at the end of the beat too, because you'll have a bunch of dead space in the track if you don't. And then we'll just come over here, we'll save again, open up a new session. And you can come over here, bring this in here. And then I just do a real simple master on it. Just use Ozone. You can use Ozone 9, Ozone 10, Ozone 11, whatever. Just use an Ozone mastering suite. This Ozone, like, the reason why I like using Ozone is because it's a plugin that's specifically dedicated, you know what I'm saying, towards doing this, only mastering. So, True Peak, put the ceiling down to -1 dB. And this is what I always do, IRC4 transient, and then I just play around with this to make it as loud as possible. Literally all I do from there is just go ahead and put my tag throughout the beat real quick.
You tired. You tired.
And not that the tag is actually going to prevent people from stealing the beat, but make it a little harder for them to do it. They're more likely to just go there and go to your site and get it. Most people are not like thieves and scammers, bro. So
You tired. You tired.
Alright, then I'll just double this. I usually take it to like 9. Maybe do like to 25. Just go push Command R several times. Bring this right here. And now this is gonna be my tagged version. Command B. Normalize off. Now let's put tagged on here. Just bounce this bad boy down. While this is bouncing down, do make sure that you check out the Beat Making Master bundle. It's on sale right now for Black Friday. It's half off. This sale is, going for it's only gonna come a couple times throughout the year. To make it sweeter, you get all the courses, all the sound kits, all the templates. It's on half off. Plus, you'll get a one-on-one Zoom 1 hour Zoom call with me like this. So just how you're watching the tutorials and everything like that, just imagine to be able to get a tutorial where you can actually pause. Hey, wait, ask this question. Hey, can you do that again? Boom, boom, boom. It's worth it, man. Check it out. The link is going to be in the description below. So then just go ahead, and I usually would save this, but I'm just not going to do that for the master. And then I'll just come over here, and the last thing I do, ooh, I should have saved that. Dang it. It's all good. Yeah, you want to make sure you do that, like save that, because then you might have to come back to it or whatever. It's all good. I think I know kind of where I was on that. Yeah, so save the master session for sure. Because it's a whole nother step you had to do. You got to bounce down your like MP3 and wave too. So I kind of messed up on that, but this is good. You'll just get an extra little. See this mastering thing one more time. I think I had this bound like around here somewhere. I messed with this, kind of took the lows out just a little bit right around there, and then I also put a little bit right there. Alright, that's cool. So now I'm gonna bounce it down and just do a CD ready wave, and then of course the 320 on the MP3. And I just go ahead and put the BPM, so 165 BPM. Yeah, so you do want to save your master session, so you don't have to come back and redo the master like I just did. Bet. So we'll save that. Now for the last step, I'll open up my session again, and we're just gonna, export the stems, so that say if somebody else wants to mix this or whatever, they can. I'll just usually do a save as and do another copy, and literally I'll just come to here, grab everything, push option. When you click on that, it takes it to the nominal gain. Same thing with the panning. And then I'll just go ahead and take these out of the groups. You can choose whether or not to like turn these off. I'm just gonna leave these on. And then what you want to do is just like on the tracks that are like mono, put a mono gain. Tracks that are stereo. You know what I'm saying? You want to put a stereo gain. And what we're gonna do with the gain plugin is gonna like lower the volume premix, like if it's peaking. So I'll just go to my hook, turn this down some. Let's see how that's peaking right there. You don't want to send like another mixing engineer that, and they're gonna be pissed off. If it's still peaking, I usually just come over here and put the gain plugin on the stereo too. Now that we had that address, I'll just push Command Shift E and then go to that folder, create a new folder, the beat name, stems, turn off this overload protection. You can bypass the effects plugins if you want. I'll just kind of leave my effects on it because it gives it my sound. And then push export. Alright, after you do all that, you're going to have everything that you need to upload it to BeatStars or your own website or the Airbid, or to even, Apple Music, Spotify, or to even send the files. You'll have everything right in one folder. Go to the desktop, there, hear your beat. You know what I'm saying? Just last thing is go to the stems. And I'm going to give you an updated video. I'm going to figure out how to make that one disappear when you export. And I'll do a video on that when I figure it out. But you have to come in here and take that one off of here just to make it look more professional. Now this beat's ready to go online. Ready to go to some email addresses. Ready to go into some libraries. Ready to go into whatever. Cool. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll just right click, compress, and we done. And of course you want to listen to the beat just to make sure that all the files work. And then we're good to go. Appreciate y'all watching, man. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you grab that Beat Making Master bundle on the Black Friday deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a good deal. If you missed the Black Friday deal, it's still a good deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.